Welcome. This is Atcoin Day Trading, the best Elliott wave analysis, Ethereum, episode number 10. So today I'm going to talk about Ethereum. We take a look at its Ichimoku and Elliott wave count. But before I do that, I will take a look at Bitcoin, but only Ichimoku on Bitcoin, because I want to show you something on Bitcoin. What I want to explain to you is why you need Ichimoku and Elliott wave and why they fit nicely together. While Elliott wave gives you direction and Ichimoku entry point and exit points. That's what I'm going to explain to you, and why if you only use one of them, you won't do as well. If you use Ichimoku but without Elliott wave, I don't think your result will be as good as if you combine them. I'm going to try to explain you that when we take a look at Bitcoin on Ichimoku. So first, I'll start with my screen share, and we take a look briefly at my disclaimer. Now you should see my disclaimer, and the link is in the description. So please read it so that you are aware that there are risks involved in trading, also my risk warning. And that being said, I'll take a brief look at my services. So I'm offering, I'm just waiting for the page to load. I'm offering live Elliott wave updates. And it's a great service. I would love to get that service, to be able to have somebody who provides me those live Elliott wave updates on BTC. I would pay him, I would try to pay him 10 years in advance, probably not because he could die, but I would really love to have somebody who does the work for me. But I'm just telling you that because I think it's a great service and you should be interested in and subscribe to it. So those updates will cost you 20 USD a month. You get 1 to 3 updates a day. Often it's more than 3, around 5 or 8 on BTC. I will give you the Elliott wave count, and I'll talk about Ichimoku for entry and exit points and stop loss points. So that's a great service. You get it. If you're interested, you just join my free Telegram group and let me know that you're interested. Then I will provide you the instruction on how to become a member. Now, that being said, we'll start, as I've told you, with Bitcoin Ichimoku. So what I'm trying to explain to you now is why you need Elliott wave combined with Ichimoku to have better than average results. So let me move my tool a little, and then we take a look. So let's say you take every entry point on Ichimoku, and you put your exit point also related to Ichimoku. So you enter when Ichimoku tells you to enter, and you stop out when Ichimoku tells you to stop out, and you enter again when Ichimoku tells you to enter. Every time Ichimoku tells you to go long or short, you go long or short. So first you would have entered. Let me close that. You would have ended up here, and you would have exited here. You enter here because you're above the cloud, and that would have been a signal to go long. And you exit here because you're under the cloud, and since you're under the cloud, you have a close below the cloud. It's now bearish, so that's your signal to exit. If you would have done that, since that trade did not work out, you would have lost 6.31%. Then, because you are under the cloud and Ichimoku tells you to go short, you go short. So you go short because the indicator are giving you indication to go short, even the lagging span is below the cloud, so there's no reason not to go short. So you go short here, but price goes up and it goes above the cloud and it's close above the cloud. So you lose again. It's again a losing trade. This time you lose 4.49%. And since now you are above the cloud and you have a close above the cloud, you go long. But again, it's a losing trade since you drop below the cloud and the candle closes below the cloud. This time it's a losing trade of 2.15%. So in total, you lose 12.95%. So let's round it to 13% because you never get the best entry point and you never get the best exit point. So let's round it and say you lose 30%. That's the loss you take. Ichimoku was wrong 1, 2, 3 times in a row, and you lost an amount of 12.95% of your capital that you exposed to those 3 trades. Now the next trade is a winning trade. So you enter here and you exit here in the best case scenario. So you enter here and you will exit when you close below the Kijuin. So here you have a close below the Kijuin, it's that candle. And actually it's even less than that. In the best case scenario, it would be 16.32%, but if you wait for the close, it's even less than that. If you wait for the close, it would have been up there. It would have been only 12.88%. So if you close there, you went out of the trade, you had only 12.88%, not even 16. So why I'm telling you that? So, but maybe you did not wait for the close and you had a stop loss just higher above the Kijuin, and then you would have maybe have had now I've put it at 15.80%. So probably you would not get the 16.32%. You would have been, but let's round it and say you did it perfectly and you exit with 16% win. So you lose 13% and you make 16%. That makes a difference of 3%. With leverage, of course, it might be 6 or 9. It might be more. But what I want to tell you is that Ichimoku is not right all the time. And if you take every trade, there will be a lot of losing trades. And those losing trades will eat your capital away, will eat from your winning trades a lot of capital away. But if you have Elliott wave and Elliott wave is in sync with the market, and Elliott wave up here tells you that it's not the bottom and that we go lower, then you only take the winning trade. You won't go long. So here you won't go long, and here you won't go long. So since you don't go long, you don't have the losing trades, and you only have the winning trade, which is the one where you can make 16%. So you make 60% win with leverage more, maybe the double, the triple, depending on your leverage setting. So what I want to tell you is that Ichimoku is great for entry points and exit points, but if you want to make real money, then you need Elliott wave to be on your side, and Elliott wave, of course, has to work. So Elliott wave did a perfect job at the top, telling you that it was a wave B top and that price will drop, but it did a less good job by calling the bottom for wave C. So it was not in sync with the market for wave C. But even if you take, for example, me, I went long here, but I also exited with a small loss. So I had only one losing trade. It's better to have only one losing trade than to have 1, 2, 3 losing trades in a row. And then to make only close up to it by with the winning trade. So if you use only Ichimoku, you will make money, a little money over time, but you will have a lot of losing trades that eat capital away. And here you have a nice situation where price dropped a lot. It does not always drop that much. So what I'm trying to tell you that you need direction, and the only way to get direction is, in my opinion, to use Elliott wave. Elliott wave will tell you if you have to be bullish or bearish. Elliott wave will tell you if here you are expecting, if this is the bottom and you are expecting higher prices, or if this is only a part of the correction and price go lower. So Elliott waves gives you direction and tells you if you should be looking for long trades or short trades. Only Elliott wave does that for you. That's why I think it is a good idea to combine them, because if you don't do it, you will have a lot of losing trades, and the losing trades will eat away from your winning trades. That's what I wanted to explain to you. I hope I was clear enough to show you that. And now, that being said, we take a look at Ethereum. But first, I want to remind you for my free work to like and comment. I always like reading your comments when they're kind. And I also want to remind you that we are very low on the sentiment reading. And normally when you are low in the sentiment reading, you get a nice price increase, like here, 250%, from here to here, 1,460%, and from here to here, 134%. That's the case when we are still in a bull market. And according to Elliott wave, we are still in a bull market. If we enter a correction, then of course the sentiment reading can be low for a long time. But in a bull market, once the sentiment reading is very bearish, extreme fear, then you get higher prices. And Google Trends confirms that analysis, since we are also quite low on Google Trends. And now we take a look at Ethereum. First, we take a look at Ichimoku on Ethereum. And if you did trade Elliott wave, you would have done a little better, because you would have entered a long position here, and you would have been stopped out here. And then you would have entered a short position. Here you would not have been stopped out. And now, since you have a close above the Kichuin, those dots, since you have a close above the Kichuin, you would exit, and that would make you a nice profit on Ethereum. So on Ethereum, if you only traded according to Ichimoku, you would have done you would have had a very good result. Let me take my tool and tell you how much you would have made. So you would have entered here on that candle, and you would exit somewhere here. Let not be too optimistic. Let's not say that you did exit at the bottom, but let's say you exit at the close of the candle. So you would have made 22.60% on that trade. And you would only have had one losing trade of, let's see how much you would have lost on your losing trade. So on your losing trade, you would have lost you would have lost 48%. So, but that makes still a nice profit with leverage. It's more than, it's around 15%. So that's a nice profit you would have made on Ichimoku. And if you could have only had, if Elliott wave would have told you that we are bearish, and you would only have taken the the short trade, then you would have made the entire 22.60%. So it's nice to have Elliott wave on your side when it works. Of course, Elliott wave is not wrong all the time. Sometimes it works spectacularly great. It gives very good results, and you do very well with it. And there are periods where it's not that in sync with the market, and it does less good. But that's just how it is. It's not a crystal ball. It doesn't work all of the time. It's just an indicator. But it's nice to have it on your side and to take it as an help. And if you're wrong, and if Elliott wave is wrong, you will have a close exit point and you won't lose much thanks to Ichimoku, thanks to the stop loss points with Ichimoku. Now, that being said, and the last thing we have to do is take a look at its wave count. So here we have the daily chart, and that was wave C bottom. I want to check something. I want to check if it, because I don't remember that much. I've labeled it, but I have to check something. I have to check if that was really the bottom and if the next wave C did not take it out. No, it did not. As you can see, if I put a line here, and the next wave C did not take it out. So that was the bottom. Let me just change the color of the line. And save the changes. Now, that was the bottom. And then you did have a wave 1, a wave 2, and you have a wave 3 up here under my face. So let me move my face so I can show it to you. You have a wave 3 up here. And from the wave 3 top, you get a wave 4 here. And the wave 3 was there are 5 waves in the wave 3. 1, 2, 3 being the extended wave. You can see its subwaves in it, 4 and 5 up there. And then you get the wave 4 correction. And now the question is, of course, is the wave 4 correction over or not? So I'm going to zoom in and we take a look at the last price development on Ethereum. So let me show you its 3-hour chart first. So that was the wave 3 top up there, up, as you can see. And then we started the correction. The correction is made of double V, then an X wave, which was a triangle, and then you have an A, B, and down here somewhere you will get a wave C. So now I'm going to zoom in once more to take a look closer at the last move. Okay, like this, it will do. So up here, you have your X wave, the end of the triangle. Then you have an A wave, which is impulsive. There are 5 waves in it. Then you get a B wave, which subdivides into 3 waves. And then now we are in the process of accomplishing its wave C. So we had a wave 1, a wave 2, a wave 3, which subdivides into 5 waves, and the final 5th wave is a truncation. So the 5th wave didn't go beyond the 5th wave. And now for the fourth wave, it is probable that we are accomplishing a triangle in A, B, C, D, E. And if that's the case, if the C wave is over, maybe the C wave goes a little higher, but it can go above the A wave top. If it's a triangle, you once the E wave is accomplished, you go down for its final fifth wave, which will subdivide into 5 wave, and that would be the end of the correction, and then you go higher. So it is not 100% certain that this low will hold. According to my labeling here, it won't hold. You could try to put the wave 4 top here and count the last wave as a fifth wave, but it only subdivides into 3 waves instead of 5 waves. So it doesn't look good if you put wave 4 top here. So probably I can draw, sorry. I have a new mouse, an ergonomic mouse, and it's hard to draw with it. But anyways, you get the idea. Probably the low is not in. We have one more low to make before we go higher. But we could be close to a low, according to 8 wave. And it's the same thing with Bitcoin. No, I don't mean we don't have a triangle on Bitcoin, but the idea remains the same. You have to follow it live all day long, and you have to look what the price is doing and adjust your labeling. Because now I'm labeling this as a triangle. As you can see, the fourth wave is labeled as a triangle. But if price tells me otherwise, I will maybe switch to a flat or some other configuration. So I will adapt it dynamically with the price behavior. And that's why you should be a member of my you should be one of my private clients and get my updates on BTC, because my outlook might change from time to time, and it's best to be aware of what the market is doing right now so that you can take informed decision for your trading or your investments. Okay, that being said, I would like to remind you to become a member of my free Telegram group. And of course, if you're interested in my services, then let me know. And that's all. I'll see you again maybe tomorrow or probably this week when I'll do the next update on an Atcoin, before then again talking about Bitcoin. Thanks for watching and see you soon. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.